Hi, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. It's Susan Winter. I'm back. I decided to start a minute early. I wanted to say Happy New Year to all of you that are joining me. And for those of you who are Russian and Greek Orthodox, Merry Christmas. Thank you for that. I do appreciate that. Today, we are talking about they're not ready for you, but guess what? They are for someone else. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Susan Winter. I'm a best-selling relationship expert and author. And today in my live show, I'm going to be talking about a couple components of this really bizarre little twist to the fact that the person that you've been with, probably that you've been seeing, sleeping with, that you think you have a relationship with, they're sort of they're a little bit in, but they're not 100% in. And then they can't really give you a commitment. And then suddenly it's over and you feel as though you now see them with somebody else where they look committed. What's that all about? So here are a couple of things we're going to talk about today. When they're not ready for you, what that means and what you should do about it. 2, the concept of cushioning, which is oftentimes what a partner will do. They keep you while they're actually surveying somebody else. They're staying cushioned so that they can go from one lily pad to another. The concept of betrayal that happens in this kind of relationship where your partner is not being forthcoming with you. And then the concept of suddenly. Suddenly. It's a misnomer. Things do not happen suddenly in a relationship. I am going to read the context of the Christina note that was given to me, and I included it on the community page. But let me say hi to everybody. Bea and Gwyneth, welcome back. My dear moderators, do dearly appreciate you. Hello to all of you. I adore you. So happy to have you here. Christina, are you the Christina that wrote the letter from Amsterdam? I hope so. Dina, Ashley, Jennifer, Sarah, I can't read, Audrey. I know Klaus Mikkelsen is here, a therapist. So this is really great. I want to hear everybody's opinion on this. Something Russian. I'm so sorry, Judith. Demian. So let me start with this. Do any of you who are dating, or have you had in the past, the situation where the partner says that they're not ready for a relationship, and then they leap to a commitment with somebody else? Well, this is the note that I'm going to read here, and I'm going to explain how this occurs and what's really going on. And welcome, all of you. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be back here. So this was prompted from a lady named Christina. Now, oftentimes I get several of these video requests at the same time on the very same topic. And it's so strange to me because I only pick one because I think it's easier. And yet there are probably several of you who have written something exceedingly similar. So here we go. Christina writes, how do you move on after someone left you for someone else? My ex, 6 months together, said he wasn't ready for a relationship, yet in less than 4 weeks later, he spends Christmas with his new love on a vacation trip abroad. I'm heartbroken, angry, shocked, and confused. He posted it all on social media that I've now deleted. I shall remain no contact, but I wish I could ask him about it for answers. So, what do you all think really happened here? Shoot me a message. I'm going to read off some of this because I have my own opinion as to what happened. What do you think happened? We're all doing well. What do you think really went on here with the man that suddenly decided that he was going to take a Christmas trip abroad? By the way, tickets are not so easy to get, very expensive. Sometimes you can't book a place in advance. So what do you think is really happening? I'm looking for your information here. Please write it down. And if you have a question, I'll get to that later in the chat feature. He got scared. Bamberg says he got scared. It's giving him a lot of credit. I don't know. He didn't get scared for the next gal. What do you think? He liked the new girl a lot more. Yep, Chris, that's right. He was cheating. I'm with you on that. He was already seeing the other woman. Irish. Got it. Yep. My theory too. He was already dating the other woman. Nurse Lord, with you on that one. He was using her to get the other woman, make her jealous. Ooh, that's really twisted. Don't know about that, but let's see. He got scared. He was getting closer with Christina, chicken, and broke up. True, but then why go on a trip with another? Insecure, needs to fill a void, wants to block her out, wasn't ready to commit. True. Hi, everyone. Greetings from Miami Beach. I think he had 1 foot out of the door already. B, I'm with you on that one. He had something else with the other woman for a long time. Got it. He was already with the other chick. He used her, then he rebounded hard. True. I think it's just a way of rejecting someone, but doesn't have the courage to say it directly. And that is also true. We're going to talk about all of this. Okay, I'm going to stop the shoes a side piece. Got it. Okay, all done now. Thank you so much for this. I agree with all of you. You've seen that other girl before? Yep. Your writer, and then the other man probably had to have back stinging the both along. Yes, exactly. Okay, here's what I think happened. So Christina, the word suddenly, he didn't suddenly move on to somebody else. This is what I want to talk about. Suddenly rarely exists in relationships. I am amazed when I hear sometimes really famous people in the press say, I had no idea he was having an affair for years. He just suddenly left. And then I discovered he was with somebody else. Suddenly doesn't happen. In relationships, here's what happens. Oftentimes, and you know because you've been there yourself, you have these ongoing feelings of, it's not so great, it's dismay. But you stay in it because they're not bad. I think he liked Christina. He was with her. He didn't like her enough to make a real commitment to her. He kind of always felt like he was treading water. And again, I'm guessing. Apologies to the man if he's listening to this, and apologies to Christina if I say anything that hurts you. I'm not trying to, but you don't just suddenly go on a vacation abroad with somebody 4 weeks later. It's not like he broke up with you. The next day he's sullen at a coffee shop, sees a girl and goes, oh yeah, I just broke up. And she's like, oh, but you're such a nice guy. Here's a free coffee. And they talk and he goes, oh my God, let's go on a trip together in the next 3 weeks. I'm going to book it now. Okay. Chances are very good, as all of you surmised, he was already in contact with this other woman. So while he's got his relationship going with Christina, which he's just treading water, he knows already socially, found online, has been flirting with at the gym or at work, another woman. So now he is doing what I call cushioning. He keeps Christina just in case this won't work out, but he's checking out this other girl. And when he's absolutely certain that he can make the move to the other girl, he gets rid of this one. Okay? That is most likely what happened. And Christina, if you're listening, is he making a commitment to her? A vacation isn't a commitment. It sounds like a sexual bubble, like an attraction thing, like people like this that can do these things and switch horses mid-race. They don't tend to be the commitment type in general. They follow more of a hedonistic path, like, I want this. I don't care about the outcome for anybody else. I don't care about the collateral damage. This is what I want. Oh, now I want this. Okay? So he's probably in a situation where he's got the hots for her, and it will have an arc. And then you'll see on social media, maybe they're together, maybe they're not. Maybe it was real love. I don't know. But please, this idea of feeling dejected because they chose somebody else, when somebody is with you and they dump you and you think they've made a commitment to somebody else, you really have to ask yourself, are they really making a commitment to that person, or are they just now with that person? Okay, enough of me. Let me read what you all are saying here. Hi, Happy New Year. Thank you, Stacy. Shady Booty, how you doing? Christina, let's see, Seattle Gal. If Christina asked for a commitment and he wasn't ready for her, then he's probably getting the ability to stay who he is with the new woman. Yes, I agree. People don't dramatically change. There now, now that I've said this, there is kind of this exclusion. I know this doctor who lived with his girlfriend for 5 years. She was lovely, and he loved her. But he wasn't really in love with her. Something was missing, and she kept waiting and waiting and waiting for him to ask her to marry him. And she kept talking about it, and he didn't. There was nothing wrong, but it wasn't really right. He met another woman on a business trip. She knocked his socks off, but she was very different. She wasn't tolerant. She's like, I want this, and I want this out of life. She had had a harrowing experience early on where she nearly died. And as a young woman who was very driven for success, she didn't have time to fool around. She's like, I know exactly what I want. And if you're somebody who can offer these things, then I'm willing to talk to you. Okay. She made his life really hard. He dumped the other girl and married this woman in fairly short order. Now, did he suddenly do it? To the outside world, he suddenly made a radical choice. What actually happened is there was a progressive decline in his existing relationship. When you don't pull the trigger for a long time, something's there. There was something not right for him. And at least he was smart enough not to marry her. But also the poor lady kept hoping year after year, oh, one more year, and he'll love me the way I want him to love me. And that's where her sweetness and her naivete were sort of her downfall. Perhaps if she'd been a little tougher like the other lady and said, hey, I really love you, but I am not putting up with this. I know that my goal is to get married. So all of you, this kind of goes back to my discussion with you about it is very important to want what you want. Know your dating goals. Know them. That way, when you get into something, it's more a question of, is this person going to give me the type of relationship I want? Far too often we get involved with somebody and we try to be what they want us to be. Then we end up hating them because they're not giving us what we want. But then the reality sinks in that, oh no, I actually hate myself for putting myself through that. I think if we had a greater commitment to the ideal of what we want, we would be much more objective in filtering through people, even when we love them. I just had a client today who I think her guy really likes her, but he's stalling and, he came out of a 5-year relationship and he's not sure. And she's just beside herself. And I'm like, you're a strong woman. Why are you giving him so much room? And he recently did something very naughty, not with another woman, but just had very selfish guy stuff. And I said, now's the time to put your foot down. It is really sad, a sad commentary on human nature, but I've done a video on this if you want to look it up. I think it's called, Do They Have to Lose Us to Realize They Love Us? Sometimes people have never had their heart broken. People have never been denied what they've wanted. And not as a game for you to play hardball, but as a true movement for your own self-esteem. You may choose to say, I love you, but I am not doing this, and mean it, and actually turn and walk away and not be easily won back. I mean, they've got to crawl over glass to win you back. And until they've hit a bottom and realized what they've lost, you don't want them. We don't want to be in a relationship where we're continually auditioning for, are we okay? So let me get back to all of you. Let's see what we have here. Okay. If Christina asked for a commitment and he wasn't ready, then he's probably not ready. Okay, I've read that one. After breakup, my ex, okay, that's about you. Okay, let's see, failure. Okay, Gwyneth, hi, you're talking to everybody. If you have a question for me, you can put it in Super Chat. If you're confused, ask the mods to help you. Lauren writes, what could be the thinking behind my ex lying. He didn't mention the other girl, but she posted him on social media. I think he's dating her, but he was saying he wasn't ready. Okay, so very similar to what I was talking about. And this is another point of the conversation. I'm glad that I picked this one out. This is about the betrayal and cushioning. When they don't mention someone else, and yet and I'm not against social media sleuthing. There are times that, not to be obsessive and not to be a stalker, but there are times when you're with somebody and you get a feeling and you start snooping around at who's responding to them and then following that and then seeing a trail of, oh my God, that's where he was Friday night hanging out with her or with him. So, sometimes it reveals the information our partner doesn't. This is a bigger discussion about honesty. I think we've come off the back of 20 years of hookups where games and dishonesty were part and parcel of dating. And I'm grateful that my generation, the generation I come from, has had a broad perspective. I looked at 1950s cookie cutter, this is what it is. I looked at the radical 60s, the Woodstock. I looked at, the rules. I looked at Sex and the City dating, and I looked at the multiple dating and the multiple partners and the hookup culture. So I've had a pretty broad view and experience with all these different formulas. I think all of us, whenever we enter any kind of partnership with somebody, have to be pretty clear on a couple things. And I suspect that a lot of these requests that I get for videos, I suspect that the number one thing they haven't really done is define the relationship because they're afraid to. Very few of these people say the word boyfriend or girlfriend. They say, I've been seeing somebody or my partner for, and I don't know that they're officially a couple. I think it's perhaps, a hope or a nice way to frame it. And a lot of people don't want to be in a committed relationship. They don't want the title because then they have the responsibility. But I think the first thing is to know what you want. The second thing is to clarify who you are to each other. And then the underlying thing to eliminate a lot of the confusion is to set up a foundation where you allow honest dialogue. And you tell your partner, look, I may not like what I hear, but I'm going to go ballistic if I find out that you played me. So I promise to be on good behavior, and you can call me on it and you can cite this conversation. I won't slash your tires. I won't trash you on social media. I'll listen to what you have to say and I will be calm. And if I'm not, you have every right to, be angry with me. But we need to start to really say things, because imagine if this lady had learned down the line, if the guy had said to her, Christina, look, I really like you and I do like sleeping with you. I'm not ready to be your boyfriend. Not really ready to be in a relationship. He was telling her that, right? Then he found somebody he was ready to be in a relationship with for whatever component reasons. I don't know, she's a brunette and Christina was a blonde, or she's, I don't know, got an advanced degree, or she's got a kind of body type, or she's got a kind of personality that just whips him into place. I don't know what it is. But the thing is that if people could be more forthright about where they are with us, there'd be a lot less drama and pain. But they're not, because they're selfish, because they want to ride the ride and cushion themselves until they're at their next lily pad. Okay? So let's see. Gwyneth Sharps. Thank you, Gwyneth, for trying to help people. Set boundaries, Wolf Angel. Yes. Set boundaries. Set boundaries for yourself. If they don't want a relationship and you do, don't have sex with them. Well, that's the ultimate expression. That's the ultimate. Yep, not doing it. Okay, Kaya, this is a little bit different. I'm in an open relationship. Your choice? Just asking. Okay. I'm in an open relationship, but my partner slipped up by not being transparent. Okay, not cool in an open relationship if your agreement is that you will always discuss it. It depends upon your agreement. Things have been great between us until this new issue. I'm considering to slow things down. Should I? Oh, I would rethink the whole relationship. I do not know the specificity of the agreements you have. I worry tremendously about these terms that are being bandied about. Polyamorous, ethically non-monogamous, open relationship. I don't know what people actually mean by this. I know what the true definitions are, and they are specific and detailed. It's like BDSM. You don't just get to beat somebody you met and go, oh yeah, that's my thing. There are sheets and consignments and consensual forms. I mean, it is really detailed. I urge all of you that are stepping outside monogamy to please be exceedingly specific in what the rules are between the two of you. In an open relationship, the understanding is that you have a primary, that is your main partner, but that you are open to being with other people. And my understanding is that you have an agreement that we will discuss this. It's actually almost more of a polyamorous situation if you have the agreement that you'll discuss it and that you okay it and that you okay how it happens. Listen, everyone, if you think it's easier to be open and poly, you are so wrong. If you can't master being monogamous and having those conversations, please don't think involving more people is easier. It's not. It's more complicated. We can go into that later, but the lack of transparency, I wouldn't let it slide. I think you can do better. My question is, who created the rule of an open? Is that what they were offering, or is that what you want? If you want it, cool. But I'd be very specific. If you want to stay in it, I'd suggest you don't. But if you want to stay in it, go back to the game board, because now they've violated the terms of agreement. Okay? You go back in, you say, I'm willing to continue to see you if this happens. You are completely transparent about what you've got going on, and we discuss it beforehand, and we discuss the conditions under which it occurs. And if your partner doesn't agree with that, they were just riding the wave. Okay? I hope that helps. Alex, Happy New Year, my dear. How are you? Alex is a client of mine. I've seen him since the Magnify days. When's a good time to add a photo of you both on social media? We've been on 2 dates and more next week. Haven't defined the relationship. I'd say not until you define the relationship. And because you're dating a woman, I'd ask her if she likes that photo. We're all a little crazy about, like, oh my God, I look so bad in that. Oh, I don't like that picture. Alex, thrilled for you. Congratulations. Yeah, make sure it's okay. Make sure it's okay first. But brilliant, very happy for you. Whatever you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. And if you've found a formula that works, keep doing it. Okay, so talk to her about that and ask her if that's okay. Let's see. It's thanks to Susan that I've learned to not be afraid to clearly express what kind of relationship I'm looking for and to move on if the guy isn't looking for the same. Brilliant. Gnarly Cat, why are we wasting our time? So I don't know if I did a video on this. I might have done a short on this. Did I do one on hardballing yet? I'm doing a lot in media. I just did NBC the other day. I'm doing ABC next 2 weeks from now on the List show. And, I've done a lot of interviews on hardballing, but there is a new concept in dating. I love it. It's a Susan thing. It's got a tough name. It's called hardballing. But what it means is I tell you date one what I'm looking for. Why? Brilliant. It saves us both time and energy. If I tell you, look, I'm 32. I really want to have a family. You are such a cool guy, but you're kind of indicating that you're not ready for a relationship. And, when I asked you how you see your life in the future with kids, you don't see that. I would love to date you, but I do not have the luxury of time to wait to see if you change your mind. And I can't take a year out of my life to play this out, and maybe you will, maybe you won't. Not to push you. You want what you want. I get it. You move at your own pace. But I'm looking for somebody locked and loaded who actually wants what I want because I have time is of the essence and I want to make a good choice. So I think what hardballing does is give somebody the layout. I've hardballed before there was a name for it. You guys, I'm not mysterious. I'm not coy. I'm not, like, oh, I don't know what I want. I don't know, flirty. I don't do any of that. When I meet you, it's kind of the business of love. I'm very warm and I'm exceedingly loving and nurturing. And I'm very open and transparent. You can ask me any question you want, but I'm very clear on why I'm showing up. And I'm very clear on what I want. I really put up this sign that says, like no swimming, no guard on duty, whatever. I mean, I let you know this is what I do. And if you're still sitting there at the end of the night and you want a second date, you've been forewarned. And if you can make it through the second date, that's the pre-qualification. Now, once you're in a relationship, doesn't always mean it's going to work, but at least the two of you are at the same mindset. With my partner from Spain, you're parejas. The minute you're together, you're together. When you're not, or you break up. But there's not like in America where you're seeing this one, then you're seeing that one. But all those conversations were done very much in advance. And it was all laid out and nobody ran away. So that's how these things work. And I think hardballing, listen, it's not controlling, it's not demanding, but it is very important to be clear. Just because, why set yourself up for heartache? When we're not clear, my fear is that you want them to want you more than you want what you want. And that you're looking for their approval. So you're already losing because you're weak. Right now, you're begging vulnerably for them to accept you, in which case you will morph into what they want just to have a partner. That design will fail. It is guaranteed to fail because it is not authentic and empowering. Everybody's so afraid to love out there. It's not that hard. Loving is not hard. No one wants to get hurt. But there are so many steps that are basic at the beginning that we can do that just eliminate unnecessary harm. One is being clear. Believe me, if somebody is so freaked out by the fact that you say, I want a relationship, you don't want to convince them, do you? Do you want to spend months convincing them and crying and wondering where they are tonight and if they're going to see you and if they're going to call? Don't you think more of yourself than that? I mean, why not set a bar to begin with? At least it's like, I hate shopping. Okay, I hate getting dressed. I hate shopping. If I had my way, I'd be in black lycra every day of my life. It's a torture for me, and I have to get dressed to go out and do my thing. I hate it. And but I can't just wander through a store and go, oh, I don't know what I want. I'll be overwhelmed, and then I'll come back with nothing. I have to be very targeted. I go in, I get what I want, and I come out. That's the only way I get anything done. And relationships are kind of the same thing. So anyway, that's my rant. So let's see what else we have. Oh, Susan is truly amazing, giving us amazing advice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Natalia, $5. I love that. Oh, Natalia, thank you so much, you beautiful creature. Thank you so much. No more sound. Is it only me? Did the sound go away? The audio? Wait, what do you mean the audio is not good? Hello? Oh, darn it. What's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you hear the audio, everyone? Audio is not good. I can't hear anything either. I can't hear. Let's see. Susan, we can't hear. Guys, I don't know why you can't hear me. You can hear. Okay. These are the Wi-Fi gods. Thank you. Thank you. God. Oh, Jesus. You know how badly I want to have something that I just sit and talk from a stage and talk to you, and I've got a DP, and I got a makeup artist, and I got a hair girl, and I got an audio technician, and I got lighting, and all I have to do is work with you. And instead, you've got me, an absolute idiot with technology who has learned I'm maybe a couple steps beyond your grandma. And everything is tedious, and I go through it. And if you're not seeing me do something fancy on my videos, like, I don't know, little screenshots or like things coming in and graphics, I just don't know how to do it. But for me, the bottom line is this is more PBS than it is Bravo. I'm more interested in giving you the real meat, and the fluff. That's pretty. I don't know how to do it. When I do know how to do it, or hire somebody to do it. So that's what that is. Any questions for me? Okay, what about a relationship where the guy asks you to be his girlfriend, but then weeks later he tells you, your weight is an issue for him, but I've been the same size. Nicole, Nicole, Nicole. Boy, I don't know the guy and I don't know his vibe, but there are a couple different ways to play that. One is to say, wow, you know, your height wasn't ideal for me, but it never stopped me from wanting to be your partner. Or I wish your teeth were whiter, but it didn't bother me. Or you could just say, that's incredibly hurtful. I'm the same size as I was a month ago. If you're looking for a reason to get out, why don't you just lay it on the line right now? I mean, there are 1,000 different ways to play that. Have you confronted him on it? Or is this the first time you're revealing it? Or are you thinking about how you want to confront him? Because these conversations, if you want to know how to best communicate with your partner, you really have to key into who they are, how they think, their disposition, and how they work. And this doesn't mean to find their weak spot. I mean, that's a last ditch tactic when you want to hurt somebody, and I'm not about that. But you have to key into what is important to them. And I'm wondering why he's picking on you now. I think the first line of defense and a little bit of offense is to say, so why are you saying this to me? You know, that's incredibly hurtful for anybody. I don't attack you on your height or the fact that you have male pattern baldness or the fact that your teeth are crooked or the fact that you're not as successful as you could be at your age. I don't attack you on the fact that you're not, you didn't go to grad school and you don't have a great car. I like you for you. So what's the deal here? I mean, you can do it all different ways. So I don't know about that. Twitch. Okay, yeah. Okay. Nicole, he probably just lost interest and he's using that as an excuse. Natalia, you're probably right. Okay, I broke up with him. All right. Yeah, very mean guy. Good for you. Okay, so you understand about cushioning. Oftentimes somebody will ride out their relationship with you and cushion with somebody else until they can really make their move. The concept of suddenly most likely does not exist. At all times when we're with our partner or we have a relationship with somebody, they are meeting other people. And they're not going to be forthcoming about everything because, let's be honest, humans do find themselves attracted to other people. It's at what point do you act upon it? And where are the boundaries with that? Is there emotional cheating? That is offensive because if you are truly in a committed relationship and you are the mate and your partner is choosing not to share intimate details about their life, what they're doing is excluding you from growth. They're not allowing you to grow with them. They're not including you. They're going to somebody else. And that is really something to look at. Because the question is, if they're that comfortable sharing this with this other person, they claim they're a friend, then really they have excluded you. And if they don't hear you out on that, you are going to have other problems because somehow they don't have the same concept of relationship as you do. All right? So where are we on time? Oh, we still have time. Any questions? Put them in super chat. Anything? What about long-term partner, James writes, who asks you to cohabit, then ends it the next day saying he fell out of love a month prior, though I met his whole family during, yes, love, breakup, triage, and allowing magnificence. James, thank you so much. Wow. You got too close. One of two things, I'd like 10 minutes, I could give you a much better analysis, you and I privately, but one possibility, you came back, you fit into his family beautifully, everybody loved you, he was on a roll and he was on the high from this thing and asked you to move in, and then suddenly the reality of, oh my God, I'm in a relationship, I'm asking somebody to live with me. If he hasn't lived with somebody before, or if he did live with somebody and had a bad breakup, then it's that trigger. So it's the fear, the self-sabotage. I don't know if you're still together. I don't know what's going on. I would assume you are, but you need to talk about what that is. I would start from the premise that you are okay and have a good relationship and ask him, what is the fear? I don't have to cohabitate with you. Cohabitation takes it to the next level. I do. And then what do you want? Do you want the next level? What is the next level for you? Is it progressive? I date you, I meet your family, and then in time we move together. If you think the man is just a little afraid, I would say, look, maybe you jumped the gun, but know what your future plan is. Some people are really content being couples, but living apart. And maybe this is more older straight people, because it's like, we're done with you, but maybe you're a young man and this is like, I want to live with you, okay? So know what you want and make sure that you are driving the relationship toward that, and try and have a really honest discussion over what's happening here. Make it safe for your partner to reveal what's really happening. Everyone, I urge you, you must encourage your partner to tell you the truth by not beating them up when they do. And I don't mean beat them this way. I mean beating them up verbally or emotionally or punishing them in some way manipulatively. If you start to train your partner that they can't tell you the truth, they're never going to tell you the truth. I would far rather hear something I hate to hear and know where I stand so I have the correct information than simply be betrayed later because I was never informed of what was going on and I had no chance to fix it, right? And I need to be okay, we might want to demand it from them, but then we've got to be that forthright as well. If we feel something's going off, we can't just hold it in and go, oh God, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I want to tell them. We've got to make an effort too. So it goes two ways. So please encourage your partner from day one to tell you the truth, even if you're not going to like it, and make it okay. If you don't make it okay, they will always hide from you, right? This is why in another time period, you had so many of these executives upstate in Greenwich and Westchester County coming into the Minnesota Strip and the porn strip on the old 42nd Street. I knew a lot of bodybuilders from gyms, pro bodybuilders that you don't make a lot of money in that career. So they were bouncers in these places. Seeing these married guys come in there and doing all their fetishy stuff because they didn't dare tell their wife at home who they really are. If we can't be who we really are with our partner, we are always playing a role. Some people do that. It's called political marriages, a social marriage. It's for everybody else but you, okay? But if you are basing your relationship on a romantic model design, very contemporary, but I'm with you because I love you, then you have to infuse in that honesty or you really have nothing. You don't want to be playing a role because that's when betrayal comes. And that's when you get sideswiped unexpectedly and without warning. So let's see. Okay, we've talked about cushioning, suddenly, not ready for you. Okay, other questions? What about when he promised you the world, but then dumped you over text and nothing? Total ignore. By the way, that's after they came back. Listen, they came back because they left before and then they went back to their original idea, which was to leave, right? People are amazed when they work with me in consultation that oftentimes they're certain I'm going to tell them to dump this partner. They're praying I don't, but they're pretty certain I will. And I will oftentimes have these people go back in, change how they're communicating and who they are and their energy and their perspective, correct some little things, and try one more time. Why? I want them to at least have the experience of trying. Why? In all of my work with my hundreds of individual, not group, 400 some new clients every year, year after year after year after year, I can tell you the majority of people want it to work out. And the number one pain they experience is if they leave too soon and punish the partner and get out because their friends told them, oh, you should think more of yourself, or, oh, show her who's boss. Then they're not processed. They're not done. They're always wondering the horrible question, what if? What if I'd said this? What if I'd done that? Now, when you've already done that thing, there is no reason to ask what if. So many people break up, they cheat, the guy cheats on them, the woman does this to that, takes his money, and he goes, but what if I'd done this? No, dude, that is the bottom line, okay? But most of us are stalled because we didn't give it one more chance. Now, if you gave it one more chance and this is what you've got, the answer for you is very clear. And oftentimes what would be good for you is to voice what happened and how you feel about it, just so that you're not mute. And I don't mean yell at them, but really call them out for what they did. Say, wow, I gave you a second shot. You seemed like a really cool person. You promised me the world. Listen, when you're dating, I suggest you don't do that again. I'm pretty nice. I'm not going to come after you. God knows what some other woman's going to do to you. Okay? Women can get crazy, and we all know that's true. So don't jump ahead of what you know you can offer. Correct them, and you'll feel better in saying it. Okay, so what else do we have here? Gwyneth. Yeah, I know I can't find it. Okay. Thanks for being the silver lining. Okay. Maybe use different words. I don't know what you guys are saying. Okay, semi-precious is someone who cheated towards someone else while in a bad relationship always a cheater? I don't think so. There are always extenuating circumstances. I mean, there are innate cheaters. There are people who innately do not want monogamy. They don't. Be nice if they told you, but they're greedy. I can't tell you how many guys I have said to them, do you do monogamy? They're like, well, I was married. And I said, no, I know you cheated on your wife and you're cheating on your girlfriend now and the girlfriends before. But do you want monogamy? Well, I want to be in a relationship. That's not my question. Can you really do monogamy? And do you want monogamy? Because if you don't want it, you're not going to be very good at doing it. A cheater is not always a cheater. I don't know the arc of that relationship, and I do not know the context of that relationship. Nowadays, many people create a much larger impression of what they have than what they really have. Most people nowadays, when I really dig back the layers, they talk about this person they're seeing or their boyfriend or their girlfriend, and actually they're never in an official relationship. They're not a couple, and the person was never in love with them. And then they suddenly say, they cheated on me. Well, they were never really with you. You were one of many. So I don't know what that means. So you have to really judge. It's not 100%. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, I'm going to read a couple more. We're getting close to the end, so if you have a super chat and you definitely want me to answer a question, please send it along. What if the guy is more into you than you are into him? Happens all the time. He moves faster, but I like him. I just need him to let me catch up. How do I tell him this without letting him think I'm not into him? As simply as you said it to me. Ladies, when you're talking to a man, think sound bites, okay? Think like they're putting you on CNN and you've got to represent your company and you've got 30 seconds to say what you've got to say, okay? Say to him, look, I like you. You're moving too fast. Then you give them the reason why it's going to affect them. People don't care about you so much. They care about themselves. If you move too fast, I'll run away. I don't want to run away. We need to slow the pace down so that organically I can evolve in this relationship. Otherwise, I will bolt. Perfect. This is going to be in replay. Copy the words. We're at 12:44. So you're 44 minutes in. So, copy the words and you got it to go. Okay. Please don't repost the same comment over and over again. Use Super Chat. Yes, Gwyneth and B are helping all of you. If you have a question, put it in Super Chat. I'll catch the questions I catch here. I'm trying to stay in line with our conversation today, okay? Sabahat. Jesus, I know I'm bastard. Forgive me for that. I'm going to try and read this as best I can. I was in the same place as Christina, but the guy jumped in relation with this new girl within a week, and they post all PDA pics all over social media. How long does a honeymoon phase actually last? First of all, I'm sorry for that, and thank you for bringing up a comment that's in alignment with our discussion today. Very similar. Yes, honeymoon phase is anywhere from 3 to 6 months. And the more shallow and inexperienced the people in it, the shorter it is. It actually comes from the animal, in us, where the male animal would stay long enough to see the birth of the babies and protect whatever the animal is before they leave. Okay, make sure the babies. But this is the honeymoon phase. It's in the beginning when we don't know they're going to let us down. We don't know that they've got dirty toenails. We don't know that they've got bad breath. We don't know that they keep saying the same thing over again, or they snort, or they snore, or that they're neurotic, or that they're a hypochondriac, or that they play victim. We don't know any of this. We know they're perfect. Oh my God, and they're so good looking, and the sex is great. And that's the bubble. Oxytocin, dopamine, testosterone, you name it, it's and everything's beautiful because we don't know them. We fall into what I call the dream, which is we take these pieces of this person and throw it on the canvas and go, oh, I can see the design. I'm going to make it be this. So getting to we need this to get us in. It's part of the mechanism, pulls you in. Then it starts to get real. About month 6 to 9, you'll have your first spats. Okay, that's why I say to all of you trying to get your ex back, don't try during their honeymoon phase. They're still on the high with this person. If you want an ex back, they have to go through the arc and go, oh, they're no better. Maybe she was better, right? Okay, let's see what else. Gwyneth, I actually wanted to request a show about this whole topic. My darling, which topic? The honeymoon phase? Shoot me a message in Instagram, okay? Let's see. Might I add to my previous comment, okay, that she's the one who ended things. I don't know what it was before, Cyrus. And also was the one to reconnect first. So I'm having a lot of mixed signals. I'm not sure what your first one was. My ex-girlfriend and I act like we're practically together again. I thought she may have been talking to someone else. I think looking back, she thinks I don't want her and I'm still talking. Okay, you guys, really, this is a mess. Start speaking honestly. Do you want her back? Say so. No, don't leave anything to chance. Does she want you? Ask her. Ask her if she wants to make. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now I'm seeing some super chat, so forgive me, everyone. Okay. Cremdoza, 23, $5. Thank you so much. He said he wasn't ready for a relationship, but he likes me. Now I'm moving on, and he is much more hot and cold with me. What gives? Well, part of him is defensive. He's cold with you because he's punishing you, and he's hot with you because he's punishing you. I think he's punishing you because you don't want a relationship with him. But my question is, why are you still in his sphere? If you run into him every day, you don't have much of a choice, but why is he so close to you that he could be hot and cold? If he doesn't want a relationship, you can be very firm in this, and you can say to him, and don't let it scare you, be direct. I like you. You're playing games. I don't know who you are, and it doesn't seem like you're ready for anything that I want. And you make him jump the bar for you. Believe it or not, men appreciate somebody they have to work for. And I don't mean playing hard to get. That's the wrong kind of work for. Work for means elevate your game and hit to a higher level. Men appreciate that. And they admire the woman that they actually were able to impress. So I'd be a little more specific, and I'd make it more hardball in that way, okay? Seattle Gal, hello, my dear, $5. Please do a video on vacation. Is in no way a commitment or promise of a commitment. Neither is being introduced to family or friends. Also honeymoon phase. Okay, I will do that. Okay, vacation. Hang on, everybody. This is old school family, friends. They should be, and honeymoon phase, what it is. Okay. Seattle Gal. I'm going to take a screenshot of this later. These were the traditional rules that separated casual dating from I'm considering you as a partner. Like in the early 2000s, it was if they stayed over after sex. Remember the Sex in the City? If they sleep there, that's kind of code for, I'm not just a one-night stand. Maybe there's more here. And the men that were a one-night stand that defied that often got called at it. Like, dude, you're giving me the wrong signals here, okay? Now, if you meet the family, first thing, that means they admire you, okay? They are proud to be with you. No person is going to bring you to their family unless you are a credit to them. They don't dare introduce their family to somebody that isn't, unless their entire desire is to piss off their family. If they're fighting their family and fighting tradition and want to be just argumentative and like, here, this is what I'm bringing you, okay? But you could say to your partner, this is a little confusing. You may even say this in the beginning. You might say, look, I'm thrilled to meet your family, but it's confusing. Normally that signifies that the relationship is becoming a relationship. So I just need to clarify this before I go. That's my mind. Is it different in yours? Okay. So learn the verbiage here. Okay. ARS 500, Rabas. Thank you. Con limon. Something con lemon. What is Rabas? I don't know what that is, but thank you so much. I reconnected with a past love. We were only chatting, but it was emotionally deep, just like before. He was telling me things like being the only one he likes as a person. This is 1 out of 2. Let's see, where's the other one, Rabas? Okay, where's your other one? I've got to find number 2. Maybe you're doing it right now. I don't know where it is. I hope I haven't missed any of these super chats. Oh, Natalia, you keep saying I've tried posting here, but it is being rejected. I've posted in the main chat. Natalia, I don't know. Sometimes outside the United States, we are having problems. This is not anything I could do anything about. I'm really sorry about that. One baseball fan, $5. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. I thank you so much for this. One baseball fan. Susan, if you haven't already, can you speak to those that push away stability and deliberately seek dark triad personality types? Way too complicated. Not intentional. That's really deeply ingrained. Anybody that pushes away, here's the easy answer. If you're with somebody that does that stuff, evacuate. There's something about energy. The more you learn about twisted, unhealthy stuff, the more you're going to see it. If you notice that you have been attracting a person who is attracted to abuse, narcissism, hot and cold, all this kind of stuff, it's everything you don't want to be and everything you're not, just walk away. Get it out of your energy field and look for healthy, happy, productive people. That's the best bit of information I can give you, okay? Natalia says, Susan, I just want to thank you for your advice. It saved my life. Oh my goodness. I have 2 serious legal cases against an ex, and he will be going away for a while. Wow. 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 Oh my goodness. Wow. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. IQ, I worked with Susan. I worked with you, Susan. I remain no contact, and he sent a Happy New Year text. I agree that I'm hoping for reunion, but letting him reach out first. Very good. IQ, that wasn't your name when I worked with you. I don't know which one you are. That's okay. Try to remember the context of what we said, because I don't remember. I have so many people. Can't guess all the names, but I'm glad it worked out. I'm hoping I have it. Let's see. Are you number 2? Rabas, I didn't get number 2. I know this is number 1 of number 2. I'm hoping I haven't missed anybody's super chats. I'm going to go back here and check. Okay, we did Alex. Hang on, everybody. Bear with me. Natalia, thank you for your money. I've grabbed some of your things out of here. I know you were having problems. Okay, you posted. Okay, I thanked One Baseball, and we have. Okay, we have that. Thank you for this, Gwyneth. Okay. I actually want to request a show about this whole topic. Yep. Okay. Okay, we did Seattle Gal. Hang on, everybody. I don't want to. I'm really trying to get to everybody's stuff. Do you have a part 2? Yes, thank you, Gwyneth. Okay. You can always write to me here in the body of this in the comment when we go into live. I have some information in the meantime I want to tell you. Okay, I have to do this. It's very exciting. If you have not signed up for my newsletter, I urge you to do so. I threw out, I think I trashed about 3,400, 4,000 email addresses. I'm like, oh, these people must have relationships by now. SusanWinter.net. Go to the homepage, fill out the newsletter. Why? I have all sorts of stuff coming up. 1, I'm going to be going through Europe. I'm not going to put the dates and the information out here and where I'm going to be to the general public, only to you people. Okay, so if you're in Munich, Dubrovnik, Split, or Sorrento, we want to know about it. Okay, I'll have you contact me. I'm not going to announce that to the world. 2, best worst date. Yep, I shot that film a year ago. We are a finalist in the Texas Film Festival. I'm going to the Chandler International Film Festival as an all-access pass in 2 weeks. I'm thrilled about that. And we are a semifinalist in the New Filmmakers New York. And you are going to have a premiere that's just for you. But I'm not going to give the link to anybody that's not in the newsletter, because you're going to see it before everybody else. So that's some of the stuff I want to tell you. Ours number 2, I think we've got you here. I reconnected with the past love, but we were only chatting, but it was emotionally deep. No, we're still getting this one. Kim Turner, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate that, my dear. I like that little thing. Okay, so ours, we don't know where the second one is. We can see you. Thank you, Kim Turner. Ours, we're still looking for your stuff. Okay, so here we go. Now, I want to talk to you about Himalaya. So many of you are writing here because you want to be in a relationship. Got it. Many of you are in a relationship, okay? And you want it to go well. I want to tell you about, remember, now underneath everything I've got here is the Himalaya. It's the How to Grow Together. I don't own this. I sold it to them. It's my material. I can't give it to you. I can't share it with you. I can't put it on Amazon. You can't find it. I don't have a copy of it. You have the ability to listen to it for free, but I'm not able to do that much past the beginning of this year. I urge you, those of you in the US, UK, Canada, or Australia, please go to the Himalaya link, get the free 14-day trial, listen to it. You're going to be fine. It's completely free. I think they ask for your credit card. You simply unsubscribe. It's not a problem. They don't charge you. Don't worry. If there's a mistake, it's like $5. It's Elon Musk is in there. It's a whole library of the world's best people. Malcolm Gladwell, Barbara, God, I'm trying to blank on the last name. You know who I'm talking about, Corcoran. All these people, Tim Ferriss, it's great. But I won't be able to give it to you, okay? I don't have it. You're never going to see it again. I don't have it. So if you really are in a relationship and you want to know step by step how to communicate, how to keep growing, and it's beautifully produced. I wish I had it. The deal I struck is that I sold it to them, but they did a magnificent job of recording it. But after the beginning of this year, I don't have access to it anymore. So it's gone. You'd have to literally buy a subscription and then listen to it. You'll never hear it for free. So jump on it now. The information is below. Okay. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, let's see. Oh, by the way, if you want to work with me, go to consultation@susanwinter.net. There's, right now we've got individual and I've got in-person if you're in the Scottsdale area. And just look where I am because sometimes I'm in New York and sometimes I'm in Scottsdale. I go back and forth. Okay, let's see if there's anybody else here. What's going on? Ashley, Gwyneth Sharps. Okay, thank you. Listen, B and Gwyneth, you are so marvelous. I thank you so much. Where's Rabas? Rabas, we're still trying to find where your second part is here, and we cannot find it. I'm sorry about that. Here we go. Okay, finally, Fina Lamente. He says, turns out he just got into a relationship. He was after her the whole time. I guess she finally gave in. Boss, you're a female. Okay, turns out he got into, well, and Gwyneth, thank you for finding that. My mighty hunters. So you're having these deep emotional conversations, and then you find out they're in a relationship with somebody else. The bizarre nature of how people are communicating with each other nowadays never ceases to amaze me. This is why more than ever we need absolute direct communication. Please don't assume anything. Don't be afraid to ask. Clarify, clarify, clarify. Do it with a sense of diplomacy. Don't make your partner nuts. Have brief, concise information. Don't make it like, oh, we have to talk. You know, everybody's going to run at that. Say, hey, what is that? Are you in? You out? I mean, just I urge you to really become professional communicators, quite adept at saying what you need to say in a non-threatening, inclusive way so that you get the information you need to make a determination. If you're not sure that you're understanding it the way you're understanding it, you say to them, I'm not sure I understand this. Are you saying that you're really open to seeing other people at this point in our relationship? Okay, just needed to know that. Thanks a lot. Now you can, the next day when you get home, say, I don't think this is for me. Just take it in, sit with it. You don't need to have a big blow up. You don't need a confrontation. But every day we need the truth. You know, relationships have humans in them, and humans go up and down, and their feelings are high and low. And sometimes they're having a bad day, and they're not going to be as warm as they normally are with you. And other days they're going to be not feeling well, or they're going to be stressed, and you're going to be the same way. And there's a lot of room for misinterpretation early on in a relationship. In the beginning, we're scared to death that they're rejecting us or that they don't want us, and we're looking for every bit of evidence to protect ourselves. But oftentimes what needs to be done is the stuff you're asking me, you need to ask them. And I think it's so adorable. 90% of the questions I get in these video requests, I look at it and I think, why aren't you asking them? But they're too afraid to. But if you're afraid to speak, you're not going to get the quality relationship you want. Trust me on this. Relationships that grow together, and this is part of what I have in the Himalaya, but relationships that grow together are based on communication, because you hit things in a relationship and you got to work through it. Now you and your partner have a framework to do so. Now you know that instead of being adversaries and assuming and being hurt and pulling away, that you've been able to confront each other and say, look, at this hurts me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did that too. Okay, where do we go from here? Because you're going to have to be working with your partner, right? So I urge you to try to be honest from the beginning. So many of you worry, oh, I don't want to seem weak. I don't want to seem insecure. It's insecure when you're not asking and trying to jump through hoops. So many of you are so afraid about how it appears on the outside. This thing about no contact. A lot of people go no contact, but they hang on to their phone, looking at it all the time. So their energy is connected. And that person has no reason to reconnect because they haven't felt your absence. So it's not the words that you say and the actions you take so much. It's what's really happening on the inside. And this is why we need to be in alignment with ourselves when we go into these things. All right. So let me see if there's anything ours here. We got something else. Okay, this is from before. Gwyneth B., thank you so much. Oh, I haven't read. I know you sent me things on WhatsApp. I don't have my notifications on because of Clubhouse. It was going off ding, 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 ding all the time. I just discovered them. So if I'm late getting back, don't take it personally. Alex, congratulations on several very good dates. I appreciate all of you. Give me some requests for next week. I know Seattle Gal's given me some. What do you want me to talk about? And remember, keep a lookout. In the newsletter, I'm going to do a big promotion for Best Worst Date. It is really cute. I really think everybody deserves a chance at love again. And this was completely out of my pocket. Oh my God, is film expensive? Holy cow. It started as a simple contest, but I want to show you the end footage because all the money that you were contributing went into that pot plus my own. So I think you're going to like it. It's adorable and very positive. Okay, so everyone, I'm going to get off for today. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to those of you that are Greek Orthodox and Russian Orthodox. Happy New Year to you, Anya. Hi, Anya. Okay, I know all of you. Let's see. Okay, so many of you have other questions. Listen, if you have a question for me, put it in video request. It is the last page. It's the contact page. Please do not write media. We trash them. We don't even look at them, okay? If you have a video request, please put it in the box that says video request. You click the box. It's a whole form for you. That way we have it. Can't guarantee that we'll read it because we have, a lot of these, but sometimes I will take a pertinent question like this and make a whole show around it. So I hope this has helped you. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year. Thank you for being a part of my YouTube family. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you. This is why I do it. Love interacting with you. Thank you, B. Thank you, Alex. And thank you, Gwyneth. Have a wonderful day today. Mwah. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye now.